Alright, guys, let's talk about Pumpkinhead Ashes to Ashes, the third Pumpkinhead movie. And I've just for the first time started watching these Pumpkinhead movies, and I really was excited to watch this franchise because the first one I always hear is really great, and I really enjoyed the first one. The second one I thought was okay for a direct-to-video movie. I thought it was fun and enjoyable, but some instances it wasn't very good. But I thought it was a fun mixed bag. So I really enjoyed the first two Pumpkinhead movies for the most part. And then we get to Pumpkinhead Ashes to Ashes, the third one, starring Doug Bradley and Lance Hendrickson. That is, you would think that this movie would be totally fine. Wow, this movie was really fucking bad. I really didn't like this movie. And I feel like being a broken record right now because I just reviewed the 2002 Carrie TV movie as well, and I hated that movie as well. So I don't want to be two and two really bad movies or movies that I didn't like. I want to be more positive on this channel, but it's bad whenever I watch two really bad movies back to back. But Pumpkinhead 3, and instead of being a direct-to-video movie, it is a TV movie, so it has gone drastically down in quality. It starts with a stupid opening nightmare of Pumpkinhead, like, going up to this guy and just slashing his head right here, and then he wakes up, and it's just, he's never, like, oh yeah, it's actually, wait, he has seen Pumpkinhead, because it's that character from the first movie who was a kid, but it just happens to where he has a nightmare about that, and then Lance Hendrickson is just alive again at first. Didn't he die in the last movie? He did. Or, I mean, in the first movie he died. And so he comes back, and then we get Doug Bradley's character who dissects people, or like is like a coroner for people and throws them into like a swamp. It's just such a weird plot just describing it. Like, he throws these people in the swamp, and one guy finds out and he escapes, and he meets this girl who takes him with him to go and tell everybody that Wallace is killing people, Doug Bradley's character. And this woman is terrible. This character named Molly, this actress, I hate to say this, but this actress was awful. She had a fake redneck accent on purpose, and it was just so obvious that she didn't have that actual, like, way of talking. Like, she just talked in a way where it was so unrealistically annoying, and I was you're not, this is not your type of voice you're speaking. That's really bad. Her bad acting was in some ways a little hilarious, but still, this movie is so bad I couldn't even say that, really. I thought that it was just a tiny little moment of like, oh, I am interested a tad, but no, this movie overall, besides that, is just atrocious. But she's enraged because her baby is butchered. It's butchered. So, like, she goes and Pumpkinhead is involved with her where, like, she goes into a rage and, like, it comes back because of the witch, and the witch is back in this movie, but she looks like a troll doll because she's so wrinkled and old, like it's face prosthetic it looks like, and she's just got big troll hair, and it looks really ridiculous. Like, it really, the way the witch looks is just insane. And there's a lot of insanely stupid moments, and I know horror is not the genre to criticize like dumb moments with characters. There are a lot of movies where I'm fine with that, but in this one there is a really dumb moment where the group of characters are running away from Pumpkinhead. He's on a roof of a church, or building or whatever. He's on the roof, and this group runs outside, and when it's on the roof, one guy says that he hasn't seen us yet. This creature hasn't seen us yet. Let's get away. And then the other guy literally gets a shotgun and shoots Pumpkinhead like 3 times. You literally just, that character next to you just said, like, we can get away. He hasn't hurt us. And then you shoot at him. What? Like, that to me was ridiculous. And and there's like a church massacre, and it's really dumb. It's like got heavenly music while it attacks, and it's so out of place. And the acting involved with almost everybody is atrocious. The only ones I think, even though they're bullshitting through it, is Doug Bradley and Lance Henriksen. I think they're not terrible, but you can tell they're bullshitting through it. They're there for not really anything besides a paycheck. I'm assuming they weren't great, but they weren't like the worst thing in this movie. Definitely not. That Molly girl is terrible. The ending was also not good either, but I did like it a little bit more than the movie overall. Like the leading up to it, I like the ending more, even though it's bad. But I did enjoy it a tad more. Like, it was more, I was invested for a second. I was like, cool, okay, this ending is kind of investing. But it didn't last long, because it's the very ending, and it was only like a couple minutes long. But basically, that's it with this story. It's just like, it's one of those sequels where it really does nothing to make it good, nothing to make it entertaining for me. It's bad in a way where overall I just sit there like, are you serious? Like, I just put my hand on my head like, why are you doing this stupid shit? Like, these characters, the performances are terrible for the most part. The effects are bad. Like, Pumpkinhead looks worse than what he has in the other two movies. And this is another downgrade, since, like I said, the last one was direct-to-video. This one is a TV movie. So, I'm not saying all TV movies look terrible, but, you know, that's a lot of them. So, it falls into that category. It just doesn't look good. The effects are not great either with Pumpkinhead. So, it's like, everything about this movie is just really awful, and I hate being 2 for 2 on bad movies on my channel. I don't want to talk negative about movies that much. I love to find something positive. I couldn't find anything positive about this movie. I can at least find a scene positive in, like, the Carrie 2002 remake I just talked about. But in this one, I can't find anything. Like, it's just really bland, really bad, really terribly acted, really just terribly done overall. So this was a really awful movie, and I'm really, really interested to see, because I will watch the fourth one, but I am interested to see if it'll be better or worse than this one in my eyes. So overall, this one was terrible. And tell me down below what you guys think of Pumpkinhead Ashes to Ashes. If you love it, that's fine. For me, I didn't like it. I thought it was terrible. So thank you guys so much for watching, and take care.